So I'm going to show you, this is completing the square. As a means of showing you how to complete the square, I'm going to just show you with examples. And it's going to be on, you see it side by side. On this side, we're going to complete the square to solve an equation. On this side, we're going to complete the square to put it in the vertex form, which are the two things you have to do. It's the same expression, right? This expression is the same thing. So once we complete the square on one side, it'll help us on the other. But it's a little bit different. There's this one like little twist to when you do it on either case, right? It's a little bit different. So here's how you complete the square to solve this equation. Okay, first, you write x squared plus 8x, the first two terms only, and then you subtract 11 to the other side, right? So we move that to the other side. Okay. Now, to complete the square, we take half of the b, half of 8, which is 4, and you square it. 4 squared is 16. That's the number you put here, plus 16. Okay. But if I add 16 to one side, I got to add it to the other side too. So I add plus 16 over here. Okay. Now, factor this expression on the left. It's a simple quadratic because it's got a equals 1. What two numbers? The product is 16 and the sum is 8. 4 and 4, right? So that is x plus 4 times x plus 4, commonly known as x plus 4 squared. And then add these two, 5. So by adding the number that we did here, we created a perfect square trinomial, something that could be factored like that, right? It's a perfect square. It's one factor times itself. That's what we're trying to do. Yes. Negative 11 plus 16. Okay. Now, if we're going to follow through and solve this, then we would take the square root of both sides now. And we would get x plus 4 equals plus or minus the square root of 5. You can't simplify that, so just leave it. And then we still haven't isolated the x. What's the last step? Subtract the 4. So the final answer is x equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 5. Okay, now let's see how the same thing works when you're trying to put it in the vertex form. Right? F of x equals, okay, parentheses, x squared plus 8x. Leave your space for the third number. Leave the 11 outside. Okay. Now we have to go through the completing the square process to find that third number. Okay. It's the same expression, so we would do the same thing. Half of 8 is 4. 4 squared is 16. Add 16. Okay. But we don't want to add 16 to the other side. The other side is solved for the f of x, and we need it to still say f of x equals. So instead of adding 16 to the other side, we subtract it from the same side. So over here, subtract 16. So you balance it out. You add 16 here, you take it away there, no change, right? They balance each other out. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to have a plus 16 over here because we need it solved for f of x. So Ryan's saying, okay, if we add it here, we have to subtract it there anyway. So now this is f of x, right, equals x plus 4 squared, and 11 minus 16 now is 5.